Hey guys, Rock here again with another World of Warplanes video. This time we're taking a look at a battle in my Ju-87 Stuka, which is the Tier 5 in the new German ground attack line. I actually don't fly this plane much. I find it kind of a headache to fly. It seems underpowered without the top 37mm cannons, and it seems undergunned with just the 20mm. So I just don't fly it very much. It's just not my thing. Now in this match I am top tier. I'm the only tier 5 on my side. There's only one over there, and they do only have one real high altitude threat. So this is good news. And just because from this side of the map you have this huge rich target area here of those big fat warships, I want to make sure the team goes up there. So instead of looping around waiting for the team, I'm doing something a little different. I'm just starting out and I am chopping my throttle and extending the flaps just to slow myself up a bunch and try to give my teammates a chance to catch up. A wiser tactic might have been to loop around first, but I want to make sure they follow me, so that's why I'm heading up this way. And it looks like they are, slowly, so I continue. One of the first things I want to do here too is to take out the AA guns here, because if we wind up fighting over here, I want to make sure they don't hurt my teammates too much. And notice here I'm using the sniper mode as well to make sure I hit them. And once you wind up, there you go, got it. After that, you want to direct your fire to that center, to the keel, so you can get a crit kill on that. More on that in a little bit. So we've got our first kill here. He dove in too hot and crashed, and I guess my tail gunner got a couple hits on him, so I get credit for the kill. And now I am drawing them down to me. I'm serving as bait here, and I'm trying to drag them back to my teammates. And that's another advantage. If you spawn on the south side of the map, you can flee very quickly back to your own AA, which helps get the opposing fighter planes off of you. The P-36 turns around. Consider heading back into the fight, and then I notice, nope, I'm still being tailed by another baddie. So I'm going to see if I can string him out some more. And this is another thing that I think is really wrong with AA and ground attack planes, at least in the game as we have it now on the North American server. With our matchmaker, we still have 3 tiers in this game, 3, 4, and 5. But the strength of the AA is determined by the highest tier. So this is Tier 5 AA and Tier 5 tail gunners, obviously. And this guy is in a Tier 3 plane. There's just not much he can do. Granted, he probably shouldn't be following me like he is. Not only is he taking abuse from my tail gunner, but he's going to start taking it from the AA. But it's just really kind of out of balance, in my opinion. It would be much nicer to see AA and or tail gunners either with their strength adjusted to a weighted average or even just the average tier on the team. But anyhow, here we go. Notice he's going to keep following me. He had about 80% of his hit points when he started coming in, and he's just getting mauled between my tail gunner and the AA. Hit the boost, stretch him out a little more. And again, I mean, he's just vaporized there. So, tail gunner finishes him off, and I'm going to come back up into the fight here, see if I can join and help my teammates out. We do still have our 2 110C6s alive here, so they can help us out. One of them's down, that's not a good sign. That's okay, this other one should be able to climb out of trouble here and run, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way. So as I'm still trying to get it back up here in the fight, I'm realizing that we have a supremacy problem brewing, especially if my last teammate here dies, I'll be behind. So I'm going to target the P-36 first. I think he's a greater threat in that he has a lot more altitude advantage over the Zero and is a lot less vulnerable to tail gunner and AA fire. So I was trying to get him, but I failed. So same thing as before. I'm going to head south into my AA so I have protection. And if nothing else, I just really don't want to fight over their AA. P-36 is giving chase for a minute, but he breaks off here in a second. And once I realize he's not going to chase, I come around to re-engage. Like I said, I do have this supremacy problem here now, so I can't afford to spend too much time hiding or else I'm going to lose. We do still have this warship here that's already weakened up, so I'm going to see if I can work on him that if I get the opportunity. Again, sniper mode, targeting the keel here. And look, it's 1,200 points. And this is something else that I think is kind of a problem. Look at that, it was at 1,000 points, and I got a crit kill on the center keel of the warship, and I just got 1,000 free damage out of that. And not only that, but I got 16 supremacy points and a 16-point reset. So that kind of seems like another thing that's kind of out of balance, especially on this map when there's so many of those warships right there. With the right plane, and if you have, especially if you have ordnance aboard, you can rack up a ton of points very, very quickly. And especially because the other team doesn't really have such an area of big fat targets like that. It's kind of a balance problem on this map. Here we go, P-36 again. He ventured south a little bit. Let's see what we can do to him. I do have a problem in that I'm trying to see if I can get a long-range smoke kill. That's pretty unlikely. But if nothing else, I'll see those tracers fly by. Maybe I can insert myself in his decision-making a little bit. And if nothing else, maybe he won't drag me completely far up into their AA. Because I'm a ground attack aircraft, I have more hit points and a little more survivability against AA, but it will wear me down eventually. So I start to go for targets, then I realize he's coming in. Yeah, I will stay with the P-36. 37 millimeters are hard to hit with, but when you do, they're pretty devastating, especially against tier 4s. There's one more out. So far I've accounted for 3 kills. Obviously I'm not going to be able to maneuver with that 0, so I'm just going to try to do my best once again to win the AA because it's so strong. And notice my tail gunner here is just chewing away slowly. And what's funniest about this is I don't have any, not only do I not have any special skills for this tail gunner, I don't even have him to 100% on his basic skill yet. So. And even so, it's just so devastating to opposing fighters. He breaks off, doesn't give chase, so what do I do here now? I'm up on supremacy. I have both the count is ahead. I've got a nice big fat green bar here to work with, and my number is ahead, so it's actually going to be climbing faster. If I just sit and hang out in AA here, it's pretty much a guaranteed win. And again, there's nothing the opponent can do. And so not only is this a balance issue, but I think since the current gameplay mechanics make this a viable strategy, it winds up being both planes just kind of hiding over their AA a lot, and it makes for, frankly, pretty boring gameplay. As it turns out, on this map, I am not going to just hide. Remember that there is a mission on this weekend for trying to get 50 targets. So I don't want to go back up north there because I'm afraid he'll be waiting for me. So I've got lots of time. I'm going to head over to the other side of the map here, where there are some more targets available, and some more of those nice big juicy warships to work on. So I head over this side of the Dolphin Island. I want to look for AA first, just so I can knock them down and try to preserve some of my hit points. And if I'm lucky, I can get a complete target set. And get another little more supremacy win. And I guess my opponent is all but resigned here. Of course, once I start hitting this ground target, I'll start pinging on the map and he's going to start coming. Try to knock down one more AA gun and see if I'm going to get away with getting to kill this warship. I do tend to target the AA guns first. Many more experienced ground attack pilots tend to just go for the keel directly right away. I like to get the AA first just so it doesn't damage me or my teammates as much, and because if nothing else, I've found that I have trouble getting a one-pass kill on a warship, and so that will continue firing at me. So I put some more damage points into that warship, and now it's time to start running because he is coming for me. I stalled out there. That was real smart. So, level out, hit the boost. As expected, there he is. He's coming in. Still got 29% of his hit points left. Tailgunner does some work on him here, and I get a bunch off him. It's almost a 50-50 at this point. As it turns out, he doesn't get me in this pass, and he's going to come up in front of me. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to get one chance to... Oh, yay, there we go. So, 4th kill, destroyer medal. And there you go. So, thanks for watching, guys. Good hunting. See you next time.